Okay, now let's talk about the Google Play description. In this lesson, you'll learn why the description is critical. You'll get an SEO tip. Yes, SEO. You'll learn things to avoid, and I'll tell you why you need to examine different devices. The Google Play app description is critical because that's where Google gets your app's keywords. Unlike the Apple App Store that has a specific keyword field, Google uses your entire description. So be sure to add as many keywords as you can to your description, but make it sound natural. You can't just stuff a bunch of keywords in there and expect to get results. One thing that you can use is bullet points. When we take a look at this DJ app, all of their bullet points have great keywords in them. So you can see things like Spotify integration, audio FX, and looping. Be sure to add your most important keywords at least a couple times, but don't overdo it. Now let's get into that SEO tip I mentioned. The meta description of a web page is going to play a factor in SEO rankings. So if we take a look at our Google Play app description above and the source code for the web page for this app below, we can see here that the first part of the app description is used in the meta description for the web page. And since Google relies heavily on its SEO background for App Store search, it only makes sense that the meta description of the page will have a little extra emphasis. And you can take a look at this on the Google Play Store. Examine a certain keyword and look for apps that have it in the beginning of their description in the first 167 characters. Then do a search for that keyword and see what comes up. Many times the first results are going to be apps with that keyword in the title, and then you're going to see apps that have that in the description but have a lot of downloads. And once in a while you'll see apps that don't have very many downloads but have the keyword in the beginning of the description and they rank well. Now this doesn't work in all cases, but do some checking because in my research I found that it can be a slight advantage. And finally, be sure to examine your app's description on multiple devices because you want to be sure that the most interesting part of your description is showing when the person first visits the page. Remember that Google Play descriptions have a maximum of 4,000 characters. You don't necessarily have to use them all, but it can help for adding more keywords. So just to do a quick review, in this lesson you learn why the description is critical because Google gets your keywords from your description. You got an SEO tip. You should include your important keywords in the first 167 characters of your description because that goes in the meta description of the web page, which is more likely to be emphasized by Google. Again, you should avoid spamming the description field. Include your keywords, but make it sound natural. And finally, examine your description on different devices because what shows up may not be what you're expecting.